don't know if I could say where we are. We're in Costa Coffee in Belfast, and Costa Promotion, sponsors of yourself. Unofficial sponsors of you and Owen O'Neill. Plenty of Instagram stories up of you still drinking here. Yeah, but obviously I'm here with Paddy Gallagher. Paddy, after the fight on the Michael Conlon show, that obviously you lost on a points decision. I didn't interview you after the fight because I wanted to let the dust settle. There's a lot of emotions after the fight and stuff, so I wanted to interview you, you know, when the dust had settled a few weeks later. So now after the fight, what's kind of your mindset now looking back at the fight?
I'm obviously sickened about the fight, about obviously losing, but more the method or the style of the loss as well. You know, it shouldn't have been a loss to start with, because it was a punch that caused it. Should have been a TKO for me, so it's just hard done by. It's a bit of shit luck, and I could beat on points. And I had an interview last night with someone I was talking, saying I got robbed on the night. I got robbed because it could have been TKO, and then a lot of other people's opinions. I got robbed twice on the same night. I got robbed by the knockout, and I got robbed by points. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a sickener now, but I'll be alright. Like, I'm a big boy, I'll get over it, and something will come good, and it's going to keep working and keep going towards something that I'll get a title soon enough before Christmas anyway. There's a plan in place. We're trying to get a few things working and a few things sorted, and then finish off the year on a high, definitely. But it was a good experience now as well. It shows you the level where I'm at. A few people have asked me this and said this. This is, look, it does show you what level I'm at, because I was one or two rounds away from knocking out the current British champion, to be crowned British and Commonwealth champion, and in a good style of someone who's been just beat on points, and I was about to knock him out the next round or two. So it definitely does show you what level I'm at, and had I got that TKO win, it would have knocked me up to the top 30, 40 in the world, and then one or two more fights, defend the Commonwealth or British or whatever I had it done, that would have put me in an amazing place just to keep climbing the ranks of claiming the world ranks.
It was obviously apart from the actual fight itself, it was a great night, great atmosphere, and a lot of people in lead up to the fight had kind of wrote you off. It's more so from across the pond. A lot of people thought Chris Jenkins were gonna beat you. I wouldn't say so now in Belfast or over here, but people like Conor Ben and people involved in Sky Sports had written you off. Was there anything on the night that surprised you about Chris, or did everything go exactly to plan in terms of your game plan into the...
No, that's it. We'll talk about it in the way you said it there, right? People across the water, they have no clue.
Yeah.
You know, they have a right to call like that, because some of my performance I put in, I do let myself down and do perform at my best. The cute fight and the Temuka Mucha fight and all, just for examples. Yeah. And I don't put in, so they obviously have an opinion of me, or a view of me, of not this great boxer when they see me a 6 or 7 out of 10, but they don't know that. And then there's times where I have put in a smash performance, like him against Solomon, where I done a brilliant performance over in America, and then Jenkins is brilliant as well. That was a good performance, so people do see it now, and then we go here, he's probably not as shit as I thought he was. He's only half shit. No, people will say, look, he's a lot better than I thought, because like I said, I was 1 or 2 rounds off knocking out and being the British Commonwealth champion. But with things in Belfast, or what else was the question you asked there? Sorry, I got carried away. You asked after
was anything that surprised you about him?
Oh, anything surprising about him? At the first round or two, he hit harder than I thought he would. Wasn't devastating, I'm the scurry or anything, but he just had a wee bit sore, but because he's wiry and he's a bit whippy, he hit me a couple of shots. He actually hit me a jab in the first round. About 30 seconds going, it hit me right on the button. And hit me out of my chin went back and everything, nearly landed on my chest. And it rocked my leg a wee bit, and I don't know what had come out of me, something. I can't remember what the noise of it was. Oops or oh no or something like that. I done something, dicky the leg went, and then he looked at me and I was like, oh, fuck. I thought he's going to bounce on me. He didn't. I went, thank fuck for that. And then a second or two later it was clear. But he did hit a wee bit harder than I thought, but other than that, no, not really. The game plan was going to perfect. The boys in the corner as well. What the plan was, because I know he's sharp and I know he's good and all as well, it was just to try and win. I didn't win as much rounds. Maybe out of the first 5 rounds I won 1, maybe 2 of them. Okay, well say 2, maybe very 3 pushing. There was a few edgy rounds as well. So was to try and win as many rounds and then start to break him down, work him the body, which I done. At the end of the 5th round, he was blowing out his balls. He walked past me and he was still trying to catch his breath. And then obviously the 6th round, he got hurt in the body. I don't care what he says. He was hurt in the body. He was down on his knees, fucking crying for air. And then the bell saved him. And then and almost it was just starting to come more and more my fate, and he was going down and down and down. And the game plan was to break him down the body, get him, tap him, and then all being well, knock him out. If not, just keep winning the rounds and then come out victorious at the end. But unfortunately, he got unfortunately for me, unfortunately for him, that Hart Foster saved him.
Yeah. What did you think of his comments then after the fight when he said most of your shots were landing on his gloves?
That comment would be true enough. Okay, I can't really dismiss that too much because he was blocking some and he was making miss some as well. Those other shots was hurting him, was near cutting the fucking head of him. The rib shots though as well, I don't know if there's any missed, to be honest. So I was catching some nice shots. Some were hitting him on the arms, but he was also feeling because it may not look like it outside, but I was inside and I heard they were fucking hurting him. His comments after, his other comments about I didn't really hurt him, and he just took a knee at the end of the 6th because he just wanted a break and he'd won every round. Give me a hold of that.
No, it's alright.
Oh, you're sure you burn it.
It's alright.
And then he said it was an easy fight and he boxed up Irish kid. Then comments I think they're ridiculous and he's been a bit of a dick. So I wasn't too happy about them, but whether he's trying to promote himself or whether he's trying to tell himself it was easy or convince himself otherwise, I don't know. But fuck him anyway.
After the fight, as soon as you got out, the president Bob came over to the corner and he says we're going to try to get you a rematch straight away. Has there been any talks in that aspect, or do you think Chris is going to try to avoid the rematch and move on, or what do you think?
Well, I think if he had two choices, me or against anyone else, he'd choose anyone else, whoever that anyone else will be. I don't think he would be too quick to jump in the rematch, even though he said it after the fight. Did I or not? He said it to me. He came over and he says, I would love a rematch, and my words were, I love you mate, I would love a rematch. What a fight. Who wouldn't want to see that again? What do you call him? Guy Locke come over and I said the exact same thing to him. What a fight. Who wouldn't want to see it? I really enjoyed it. Even over to Jared, my trainers, Chris went over to Jared and says, one of just want to rematch. Jared says, you're getting fuck all, you were beat fair and square. And then and that was it. But no, there hasn't been any talks from it. He's been the board, there's investigations still going on. Whether a ruling gets changed, I'm not too sure. Or whether the decision or whatever things get changed, I'm not too sure. I don't expect them to. But as it stands, he's to fight Liam Taylor at a date to be scheduled or something like that as well. So he'll not be fighting me next unless something dramatic changes. And he fight Taylor, more likely he'll have to vacate the Commonwealth, and hopefully if he does do that, I'll be straight in there. There's a mandatory some Aussie. I get straight in, all being well, fight him in the next fight before Christmas, like I was saying there. And let him jog on, and then if he wants to, or if I get ruled for the mandatory, or he wants to give me a voluntary defence if he has the balls, then I'll fight him later at a later date, maybe after this Taylor fight in the year. But it could be I could be elsewhere, I could have other priorities, or I'd be I'll let him run on there with his not sore ribs and his whatever else.
It must have been a bit disappointed though, because like for instance, it went to scorecards after there was the referee stopped because of the cut. And I remember when Stephen Ward had the same against Liam Conroy. He was the home fighter, and you felt he had just edged it when it went to the scorecards, and he was the home fighter. So and he won, and it was your fight. It was even bigger crowd. You were the home fighter, and you thought it would have, it would have edged over that way. It must have been so disappointing. It kind of left a bit of taste of people's mouth for the night, such a big occasion, and it really felt like in a fight like that, especially you being the home fighter and you were pushing the action and stuff like that, you just felt like surely they're going to give this away.
Definitely it was a close fight as well. Talking about the cut, it was caused by a punch, but I didn't know until after, because at the end of the 8th round we were in the corner, like yourself and fighting, and you're in the height of action, the adrenaline going, there's a lot going on. I'm trying my best not to get fucking hit while I'm trying to hurt him as well, so I'm not concentrating too much on who the fuck's hitting who with headbutts. But at the end of the 8th, Hart Foster come over and says that cut was caused by an accidental head clash, and then the referee, you trust the referee, so it must have been, he's the man in charge. He said it, so I think fucking must have been. So I then tried to keep it close for the 9th round, saying this is going to get stopped soon because his fucking face was all over the place, with fucking blood everywhere. And then I thought, right, I'm just going to try and win this round, because this probably gets stopped soon, and hopefully get it on points. Because I didn't know if that had stopped it because of the cut once again. If that had went balls to the wall, they stopped it because of the cut. It was because of the head clash. So that did happen, and I could beat on points. It was like, fuck shit, when there was only a point in. If it had been like 5 or 6 points in, I would have went mental. But there's 1 point in, it's like, fuck, either way, it was that close of a fight. Either way, anyone agrees. And I'm being honest, I'm admitting it here myself. So I was like, shit one. And there was only a point in it, and on 3 judges, like, fuck's sake, just falling short. But if I knew that was caused by a punch, like, I didn't know until I think it was the next day, because I hadn't told me at the bed. I was tired and shit, so I went to bed. I think it was the next day or Monday, 2 days later, where I found it was from a punch. See, if I knew at the time, I'd have been mental, and I wouldn't have left the ring, and I'd give it to McConnell, ironically. I'd have stood there like, oh man, I'd fucking change that hard, me. I'd have got them back scruff, says, right, get on that screen and see what's happening here, sort this out and get me what I deserve. And no, we would have protested, and I wouldn't have moved, and I would have made things get sorted before they announced any result as well, and we would have walked out with 2 belts. But unfortunately, I didn't find out until a day or 2 later, and that's a bit too late. And all you can do is put in a complaint with the board, as MTK have, to see if anything gets changed. But like I said, it's a wee bit of this. You don't have as much power, as much pull as well as if you had standing in the middle of the ring with your fingers up, saying, right, give me my belts, bastards.
Yeah. There's a few dates. There's been a date announced already in October for MTK show. I know you're going to be away now for the next couple of weeks, so I imagine you won't be fighting on that show. But when are you looking to get back in?
No, well, I was offered that show, and actually they were trying to get me a fight for that. But like I said, I'm away on holiday here next week. A holiday with the missus, and then a holiday with family after. So I'm treating myself for once, well earned.
Yeah.
And by the end of the year, I'll definitely be fighting. Like I said, there's a date, not 100%, a venue not 100% either. So I don't really know. I know it's going to be later in the year as well. They're trying to get me a title fight for it, all being well. If it is the Commonwealth, if things work out the way I would like them to, it'll be the Commonwealth title against that Aussie boy. But we don't know. We'll have to see how things will go. There's loads of others, international, intercontinentals, and European titles now as well. So either one of them would do. But as I said, when only turn pro because of one of the Commonwealth Games, the Commonwealth title would be my main goal. And I would like to get that, so by hook or by crook, hopefully get it by the end of the year.
Well, Paddy, look, thanks very much for your time. Alright, okay, really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you back out soon. Alright.
Brilliant, thank you, good man. Speak to you soon.